Hello, hello! Welcome back to Thronebreaker: The Witcher Tales. I'm about 29, a little over 29 hours into the game. We are about to leave this horrible swamp of Angren. I never want to see it again, so let's get going. I think, and I'm probably going to jinx it here, but I think I'm finally done coughing. We'll see. Low morale, great. Letter and key. From Drogovit, Grand Royal Huntsman, to Ragbard, Lord of Temeria, Mahakaman Pontar. My lord, I offer you my sincerest apologies. I have failed in my task. We are forced to cease felling. We simply lack the necessary labor. Men are falling like flies, dying from disease and festering wounds. We've abandoned camp. I have sent items to the greatest worth to Vizima in locked chest. However, I will not be returning to the capital as I am in no condition to travel. I have a wound on my leg and rot has already set in. It has been a true honor to serve under your command. So that was a... That was a key, yeah. What does that open? Guess we'll find out.
One day, the quartermaster approached with news to report. Alas, bad news.
You're great. Our food stocks have near run out.
Here
And
you
about
so.
villages, folk have naught to spare, not even to trade.
The Queen dispatched small groups of scouts. They were to scour the countryside for hunting camps, beekeepers, charcoal burners, any souls willing to trade food for coin or goods. The first scouts came back around dusk.
Oof.
The last 3 detachments returned not at all. At first, Meave suspected they'd fallen prey to monsters, the beastly or Nilfgaardian kind. Later, she learned the men had left naught of their belongings behind. She'd been soft-hearted toward deserters. This lot decided they, too, would give it a try. That night, Meave lay still but sleepless. Beneath thin covers, she was cold, hungry, irate.
Well, you try to do good. That's a will-o-wisp.
Towering alders grow thick in Isgith, their crowns weaving an expansive canopy that obscures the sky. Any sunbeams to slip through this twisted thicket scatter in the milky mist below. Thus the marsh abides in a state of perpetual twilight, wherein a sense of time and direction are easily lost. As the force moved along, a glow appeared in the trees. The Lyrians squinted, their mouths agape in wonder. An orb hung over the water, pulsating, humming. It circled the soldiers, darted off a distance, then hovered as if waiting.
A will-o'-the-wisp, that is,
Whispered one of the footmen.
believe it's keen to show us something.
In folklore, will-o'-the-wisps lead you towards death. So I'm gonna follow my
All
instincts.
lure us into a trap.
Said Meave.
Stay away. Leave it be. That's an order.
The light flickered still, and the soldiers stood so mesmerized they could hardly turn their eyes away. Later that day, as they waded through muck, they wondered where the wisp might have led them. Wondrous treasures they imagined now falling to bolder men, and the very thought made them sick.
Crimea River. You would have all died. Anyways, I have a crap ton of swag. Not enough, it seems. Oh, I only have one thing left to build. Oh, I need 500 wood, which I just lost. To deserters. It's an Arrakis. Okay, let's fight the Arrakis. Come out wherever you are. A moss-covered boulder protruded from the green, fetid water. The Lyrians breathed a cautious sigh of relief, for perhaps dry land was finally close at hand. However, when they drew closer, they discovered it was no stone at all, but the shell of a monstrous behemoth. Well, I'm not coughing, but I still have a little bit of gunk in my throat. Oh, sorry. Someday I'll be well. This is a standard battle, so definitely don't want you in my starting hand. Not too fond on y'all either. Very nice. Spawn an Arrakis hatchling.
I bet the white of an eye from half a league away.
When does human survives an attack spawn two Arrakis hatchlings? Whoops! Probably should have led with this. You know what? I don't know if I'm going to get another Strays Bomber. Ah, I know what I'll do.
Are you mad? Don't shake that!
Okay, what I want is one of you and
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
ah poop. I'm not able to use his ability ahead of time. Oh well.
Got a death wish?
He's gonna spawn two more, yeah. That's okay. Burned him. Oh, that's why he came out with all that. That's mighty frustrating, that is. I think I'm gonna pass next turn. Huh. I am gonna pass this turn.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Rude.
Hey?
Nip that in the bud. Spawn 2 more. There you go. This does do 4 damage, right? Yep. Kill that. Move you. Kill one of you. All you. And we get a bomber. And we'll go ahead and hit his bell. Yeah.
This could hurt.
It's not too late to walk away.
Okay, now we need to play something. Gonna get old. I really should have led with this guy.
Death is only the beginning!
More lambus bread. I miscounted. Obviously. Okay. Let's nuke it.
My favorite cut of lamb, the shank. One vote.
Burn. I love this deck. Rude. I think it's time to play blood.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Watch your heads!
Give me a target.
Ah, I was actually gonna use my slingers. I mean, no sense prolonging it. I win.
Wait, you're serious?
Okay. Looks like there's just one more path to take. And then we're out of this damn swamp. Oh, okay. Well, welcome back. Ah, that's what the key is for. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Puzzle! Knicker's Adventure. Knickers is, by and large, a polite dog who heels, shakes paws, and on good days even sits when instructed to do so, especially when his ears are given a good scratching beforehand. One day, however, Knickers strayed from the Lyrian retinue. Lured by an appetizing scent, the wafting aroma led him to a cavern from which not a single light escaped. To enter or not? He pondered it for a moment, licking his snout and tilting his head. In the end, he decided that the world belongs to the brave, and he let out 2 quick barks and leapt into the dark. Help Knickers reach the end of the cave without turning back and collecting all soup and wine along the way. Use your hero ability. This sounds fun. I gotta get all the soup and wine and reach the end of the cave, whatever that means. That's... Use your hero ability. Move Knickers to an adjacent vertical or horizontal position. No ability. No ability. Okay, so we want soup and wine. Wait. How am I supposed to... How am I supposed to get this without ever moving back? I can never move back, right? Help Knickers reach the end of the cave without turning back and collecting all soup and wine along the way. Yeah, I can put him anywhere. That's what I wanted to know. Put him here. Is there an exit? All I see is stale bones. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, he has to start there. We'll try it. This is gonna take a while. I don't think he's eating them per se. What? Is that the end? Why isn't it marked? Apparently that's the end. The wine is the end of the... Okay, well, obviously. Now let's think here for a moment. Okay, that's easy. I didn't know the wine was the end. It should have labeled it. You just start playing Gwent. I played during the beta, and I don't really like playing competitive games, so I just, actually, to be honest, I think I rather like the Gwent in Witcher 3 better than the Gwent multiplayer. The Gwent in this one's pretty good, though. Probably. I just don't like any collectible card game where I have to pay money for the cards. You know, I played Hearthstone for like maybe 2 years, And I eventually just got sick of just lugging on to grind the gold in order to buy the packs. And I was just like, I can't keep up. I can't compete with the people spending oodles of money, so why bother? Kind of the same boat as Gwent. I didn't get any loot. That was just a fun little Knickers adventure. You know what? I'm alright with it. Really? Just in case you missed something, I guess. Cool. Let's get out of here.
In evading Nilfgaard's banners, Meve led her force into Angren's wildest reaches. The foe could not attack the Lyrians there, yet hazards of another sort befell them. One day they reached a quagmire too vast and deep to ford. So the Queen summoned her engineer, Xavier, and called on him to build a makeshift bridge. By nightfall, he had drawn up plans.
We shall start by laying abutments, then drive piles into the mire.
The depth?
We dropped plumb lines. 4 Ls.
Pursued by the plans, Meve did not see as Xavier slipped a line off his shoulder. By the time she felt it on her throat, she feared it might be too late.
Xavier?
I long awaited this moment, when we would be alone. You die now, Majesty, and with you dies Lyria's, Rivia's, the whole North will to resist. Hail, Ketzer, hail!
What died was the Nilfgaardian rallying cry in Xavier's throat. At the last instant, Gascon and Reynard rushed in to save the warrior queen, and thus proved their loyalty beyond any doubt.
Your Grace! Your Grace!
There was no answer, but Reynard could hear her breathe. Meve would live. It was several hours later when Meve finally came to. She opened her eyes, then Gascon and Reynard helped her to her feet.
Yo, I liked Xavier. I did not see that coming. Fuck. Good thing I wasn't using that card, eh?
Careful, Your Majesty.
I should have been more careful earlier. Damn it. If you two hadn't...
No need for words. You needn't mention it.
I couldn't disagree more. We're due for a long conversation.
You weren't wrong, Iso. It was an ambush.
First of all, I owe you thanks. Second, my trust in you both has been heavily tarnished. I believe that goes without saying. Yet today you proved beyond all doubt that I can rely on you. So I thank you.
To serve under your banner, Majesty, it is an honor.
Bernard Odo Plus.
Likely I'd have put it differently, but Reynard seems to have the right idea.
Very well. We've reassured ourselves of admiration for one another enough. We've matters to which we must attend. I trust as I lay there dead to the world, you did not sit about with your thumbs up your bums. Have you at least learned why Xavier betrayed us, sided with the Empire?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Your Grace, the rogue who lunged at you, in truth, was one Gwalter ep Luinoch, a Nilfgaardian spy.
Just a moment, that makes no sense. He saved my life in Mahakam, on the bridge.
He did, for he had to.
In one of the letters we found, Ep Dahi orders Gwalter to watch over Elder-in-Chief Hoog. The Scoia'tael in the mountains was sent there by Nilfgaard to recruit dwarves, but their commander, the Vixen, they feared she'd attack Bruva himself, something Eb Dahi wished to avoid.
Naturally. For someone else could seize power, someone not so neutrally inclined. Someone more likely to aid me, gods forbid. This discovery you made how?
We found in his toolbox a concealed compartment, letters inside. Though encrypted, we managed to decipher them. They were the Grey Rider for you to read.
A swine. An Imperial spy in my ranks this whole time. But to wait so long to strike, why?
He'd only just received the order. Another letter in the box signed by General Eb Dahi stated, "To Gwalter Eb Luinoch, eliminate M at first opportunity."
Honourless bastards. They'll stop at nout.
Now, Maeve, you'll gain nout by getting riled. No sense to it. This is good news, in fact.
Is that so?
Think. Ep Dahi had a spy in our midst. He knew our movements, had his eye on us, his finger on the pulse. He knew our plans, who we parlayed with, and yet he didn't order your assassination. For you posed no threat. Well, clearly so much changed. Congratulations. Nilfgaard fears you now.
And rightly so. But we found him in the rubble at Rosberg, midst the ashes.
Precisely what placed him beyond suspicion.
We suspect Gwalter enlisted with the Edanians some years past, infiltrated that army.
He had a hand in Rosberg's defense. Then, when the time was right, he lent that same hand to its demise. Caused an explosion that tore a hole through its walls. It worked, but at a price. He suffered severe burns. If not for our medics, he'd have...
Stop. So it was not elves who brought about the fort's fall as he claimed?
A filthy lie to stoke the fires of racial hatred, to stir conflict and chaos and rage that would make the realm of Edirn waver and fall.
If we're to judge by Rayla's actions, he was rather successful.
Bastard. Yet even so badly hurt, in such pain, not for a moment did he drop his mummer's act.
I've heard much of Nilfgaardian spies, Your Grace. They're trained from childhood, face constant indoctrination. They do anything for the Emperor, anything and everything. As soon as Gwalter spotted a chance to join our ranks, to be at your side, he took it, exploited it ably.
To be brief, I've traitors all about me.
Your Grace, you resent our actions, I understand, but...
You, Willem, the Cad Caldwell, Gascon, Gabor, finally Xavier. Tell me how. How am I to trust anyone?
You can't. Amongst all the realms in the north, you're Nilfgaard's sole rival. One remaining threat. All other rulers, either soundly defeated and enchained, or tails tween their legs, they've donned Nilfgaard's leash. The Black-Clads will do all to destroy you, if not upon the field, then in secret, with an assassin and a quick, sharp blade.
What's left? Prayer? My little A2 is sure to turn and take Nilfgaardian gold sooner or later. Ugh. We've talked enough. We must form up. Move on.
Majesty, you ought to rest. You stand swaying. Your step can't be too sure.
Only my horse needs step true.
Maeve, you've just about had the life choked out of you. No time to play the hero.
I'm not Gascon. Quite the opposite, actually. These damn swamps, they terrify me. I wish to get the hell out and never, ever look back.
The Aruga lies near. I sent scouts ahead. They've secured a barge. We can sail to Red Lobington.
Splendid. Sound the horns. We march.
At least he drew up the plans for the bridge. What a guy. Translation from Nilfgaardian to Gwalter ap Lewong. Duke Ardal Abde, Grand Chancellor, Commander of Group Army East. That dude always does the whole spiel. Eliminate M at first opportunity. She has ceased to be useful and it is time to put the Lyrian guerrillas to sleep before they present a true danger to the Empire. Once you've carried out your orders, go to the Rivia Palace dressed as a beggar. You shall there you shall receive further instructions. I wonder, do I already have Gascon plus? No. Interesting. I don't use charges, but or orders, I should say. Well, I guess I do, but I have enough slingers that it's never come up as an issue. So. Let's get morale. See if I can sneakily grab that gear before triggering the event. Oh, that was a click. Alright. Section N. You're approaching the important moment in your journey. If you choose to continue, you'll not be able to resume unfinished activities. Yep, I'm okay with that. Let's do it. Wow, almost 6 hours in this abysmal swamp. Continue. Let's get out of here.
Sandflies and mosquitoes blanketed Maeve's face and neck. She did not bother to brush them away. She'd been in Angren long enough to know more would come in their place.
Your Majesty,
Reynard called from behind.
our scouts have returned. We've a large force of blackclads on our tail, infantry and horsemen, and they draw nearer.
Blast!
Maeve wiped away the sweaty hair stuck to her brow.
What say you, Reynard? Shall we give them a fight?
We're but a few miles from the river, where a barge awaits. It makes no sense to battle now.
Though near her strength's end, Maeve stepped up her pace. She could not wait to stand upon a barge deck and leave Angren's infernal bogs behind. Alas, in place of the promised vessel, they found only severed moorings.
No! No, it can't be!
Suddenly, Maeve drove her fist into the trunk of the nearest tree. Fortunately, a soft and rotted one.
This isn't so!
Your Grace, have mercy. I stepped away but for a spell,
Croaked a scout, pale as a ghost.
and thieves jumped out the underbrush. Fell upon it. Whole band of them. A white-haired warrior, a minstrel, and a lass what had a bow.
Well, is that all?
Interrupted Gascon.
No vampire sat upon an ass with no saddle?
Geralt!
You cocked
Hi,
up, man.
sweetie.
Damn it. Maeve, what now?
The Queen turned back towards the swamp. Between the trees, she glimpsed a golden sun glimmering upon a banner.
We shall discuss that later,
Said the Queen, drawing her sword.
provided we survive.
Battle of the Yaruga. And so, rather than board the barge, Maeve mounted her horse. Furious with her misfortune, she clenched her jaw and led a charge against the enemy. Should I ever come upon those thieves, she thought, I will have my vengeance. Don't think you will. That's okay. Short battle. You had to change your outfits? Oh boy. My mic picks up everything, by the way. Short battle, okay. That's good. I like that. I like that too. You really want some gold cards. 2 more redraws.
Everyone, rally to me! Drive them back!
The next time an enemy uses its order, boost self by 2 and gain 2 armor. Wow. How about I just light you on fire? The next time an enemy uses its order, boost self by 2 and gain 2 armor. If it's a unit, damage it by 3? As opposed to trophy? Okay, I should have lit that on fire first, but that's okay.
Order!
Light you on fire. Wanna hurt that thing. Dope. Oh, I should use that. You know what? That's okay. Do that next round. He might play it otherwise. Nope. Okay. Oh, I no longer have the one that hurts people. All right, I'll just whatever. Okay, I want you and do I really want to play Gascon now? I might get him with blood. I really want him later on. But all I have is Slinger, so he's gonna get pretty swole. Nah, let's get another Slinger. F it. Actually, let's get... No damage so far. Whatever.
Death is only the beginning!
Pickers, welcome.
So much anger and suffering. For what?
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
How did you draw a card? For every 2 cards played, draw a card? Big oof.
I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
That's an order. They'll get boosted.
Wise choice.
Your units are so beefy? Yeah, I know. And it helps that they have morale, that gives them +1. And then that building gives everybody 2 armor. Alright.
Bigger they are, easier they are to tag.
To the gloire!
Order!
Damn, I didn't get him.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Oh, I should've. Oh, he died anyway.
Alba!
It's really annoying. Stop existing, please. Thank you.
Burak!
It's not too late to walk away.
You guys think I win? Right, because I used it, I have to play this. Alright, well... Alright, how about now? The ambassador's the last guy on the battlefield, like, That was but their vanguard? Breaking my balls here.
Near the battle's end, Meve faced a black-clad officer. Nimbly dodging his strike, she countered. The Queen's sword sank deep, the hilt rattling his breastplate. A rush of hot blood covered Meve's hands. The winged helmet toppled from the officer's head, exposing a sweaty face, gasping for breath. Before the Queen stood a ruddy-haired boy with long eyelashes. He was Willem's age, perhaps a bit older. His body slumped, then disappeared beneath the malodorous foam atop the murky waters. Meve cast away her sword as if it had burned her hand.
Majesty, what is it? Are you hurt?
Reynard said, rushing to her side.
No, I'm not. It's fine. Give the order to march. With no barge, we must walk to Red Lobington along the riverbank.
Your Majesty, we must tend to the wounded. Use the rest of the day, I wager.
We ain't time enough for that.
Interjected Gascon.
That was but the vanguard sent in pursuit to slow us down. And even so, they outnumbered us 2 to 1. What happens when the main force arrives? We must flee. Now.
And abandon the injured, to bleed to death in the mud.
Alas, Reynard, yes. Unless you'd rather we stayed and died with them.
Gascon is right. Should Nilfgaard close the distance between us, we'll stand little chance.
At least you've the sense to...
But I would sooner perish than let my men rot in this accursed swamp. The medics will tend to all the wounded. Then, what will be, will be.
I tell you what'll be.
Snarled Gascon.
Ep Dai'll take a butcher's hook and gut you. Then hang you from Lyria capital's walls. Yet, if this be your wish...
Meve waited for the medics to sew the last stitch, tie off the last bandage. Only then did she order her force to move out. At the column's end, upon stretchers, lay those without the strength to walk, consumed by fever, dazed or unconscious, dying. Fatigued and laden with the wounded, the Lyrians moved slow as molasses. Soon, Nilfgaard's forward elements had caught up. The black-clads nipped at the Lyrian's tail with arrow volleys from the cover of trees and occasional forays by cavalry. They were in no hurry. They could torment their foes, weaken their spirit before the final clash.
Huh. Oh, the only thing it gained is zeal? Not that great.
At long last, Meve spotted a dark form spanning the river's course, Red Lobington's bridge. Just a brief stretch more, and the Lyrians would find themselves beyond the invaders' grasp, free and clear of bogs, and the beasts that prowled them. Yet joy at this sight soon gave way to despair. The bridge was dark, black, from the horde of Nilfgaardians that held it. Clearly the Blackclads had divined the path of Meve's flight, and had cut off her last means of escape.
That's it. We're dead men. All. They'll cut us down to the last.
Marty, I'm not the usurper. I've been usurped. God. Stick with the narrative.
Meve shut her eyes, felt them sting with fatigue. She knew when she turned she could not show her men 1 ounce of fear, 1 pinch of doubt. She gripped her reins tightly. The leather dug into her skin, helping her hold back her tears. And when the Queen finally spoke, her voice was strong and boomed over the river's roar.
I know what you wish to hear.
The Queen began.
That the gods watch over us. That we'll come through the fray unharmed. That a friendly force is but moments away.
Goatee? I have a full beard.
Those would be lies. The truth is as bitter as it is undeniable. We stand cornered. Cannot win this fight. Cannot flee it. We can but choose how to die. Hanged from the boughs like common criminals. Or weapons in hand, like the fighters we are. I've made my choice. Time you made yours!
With that cry, Meve broke for the bridge toward a forest of spears into a deluge of arrows. She let the tears fall from her eyes. Tears of rage, fear, fatigue. It was not until she'd almost reached the enemy line that she dared glance backward. And she saw she was not alone.
Badass. The battle for the bridge. Meve had hoped she'd never die in her own bed, surrounded by snot-nosed, teary-eyed grandchildren. Rather, she wished for a worthy end. Armor shining brightly, Lyrian banner waving magnificently in hand. Yet, under current circumstances, it seemed more likely that she'd die among the rushes, filthy with sweat and mud, trampled under the hooves of Nilfgaardian horses. Could this truly be the fate the gods had decided for her? I doubt it.
Defend the Queen! Valyria!
Badass. Just a standard battle, right? Yeah. They didn't let me reselect? I got knickers in my starting hand? Boo, hiss. Does what, 10 damage?
Wanna know why I got my scar?
I don't even get my hero power? This sucks. I know this is gonna buff them all, but... Oh, is that all?
Barbarians.
We may die here today, but not on our hands and knees!
I'm a monster.
Ah. Damn it. Restart? Nah.
My boots got sand aplenty in them.
Shit.
Make love, not war.
Why did y'all get buffed? Oh, I used an order.
I warned you.
Yes. Yes.
Watch your heads! I'll relieve you of that pouch.
Passed? Oh! This is a normal battle! I thought this was a shortened battle. I may have to restart. Why is that still around?
Shoot! Don't!
Dandelion!
Friend, not foe!
Damn it, just gets better and better.
To the bridge! Cut the way back to the bridge! Bolster the defense!
Also, fuck all y'all. No, I ain't dealing with that shit. It's Geralt!
Wise choice.
It's with the T? Geralt? Wait, I'm already at Rivia? I have no idea when this takes place.
Catch!
I thought this was gonna tell the story of how he became Geralt of Rivia. But apparently I'm already Geralt of Rivia. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, fuck. Ah, that was bad. What does he do, by the way? Draw cards until your hand is full? Dope.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away. Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Wow. Dick. Dope.
Of course, as you wish, master.
Two can play at that game.
Off to the front yet again. That was not in the spellbooks.
thing about slings, they
Hide well. Yeah, I ain't about that life.
A highly curious case.
Do you think you're gonna win yet? It's starting to look that way, honestly.
Coin never stinks, no matter how rank the pouch. War and cancer!
Fortunately, all of my cards hurt me.
One boat's all I need.
Your Majesty, no!
I've lost my tooth. Son of a whore.
Is she gonna talk like that for the rest of the game? I hope so.
Give me a time.
Quiet. The Commissar will hear.
Got a death wish?
No. You think he's gonna win?
Wise choice.
If Meave dies, do I lose? Oh wait, they're attacking Geralt and Meave already died. Last card.
Egrilto dum anime est. Te est.
Fall back! Below it!
So is this after Witcher
Was
3?
victorious on the banks of the Yaruga, but paid dearly for it. She lost a host of men and suffered harm herself. Yet she'd have been doomed, if not for a certain white-haired witcher. Meave longed to meet her mysterious savior, and set off in search of him as soon as the battle dust had settled. She found him with the field surgeon and learned he was none other than the Witcher Geralt. Yes, incredible as it may seem, I've heard the tale from several and can vouch for its truth. At any rate, making note of the fact that Geralt's ears were ringing from a blow with a mace, Meave began immediately to interrogate him.
You for Faith Woodbridge?
Asked Meave, prodding him insistently. For a spell, Geralt worried his hearing was shot, but then realized the Queen had a lisp.
Worked out that way, I guess.
You guess?
Meave gagged on the blood in her mouth.
Someone hold me!
The Queen felt Geralt merited the highest honor, a knighthood. Another monarch might have delayed until a more opportune time, but not Meave. Meave delayed nothing.
Count Odo, you, sir, do the honors. Alas, I cannot because of my tooth.
For valor shown in battle, I, Meave, By the gods' grace, Queen of Lyria and Rivia, hereby do knight thee.
Geralt of Praith unknown. The bridge you felled with men from Rivia. Or so you guess. I guess it falls to me to dub thee Geralt of Rivia.
Okay, it is prior to the Witcher games. Because that's how he gets the title Geralt of Rivia. But they confused me because the card was already called Geralt of Rivia. Complete the maid storyline? Wait. That was it?
Eve had come home, though by a circuitous route, through Edern's smoking embers, Angren's beast-infested quagmires, cross Mahakam's snow-capped ridges. But she had returned, cloaked in legend, a mighty army in tow. The moment was weighty, and not to be tainted even by Geralt of Rivia's disappearance, or dare we say desertion. The hero of the battle for the bridge was now a sought man. Yet Meve was determined to take back her realm, with or without the Witcher's aid. The Lyrians' daring escapade behind enemy lines, and the triumphant victory at the battle for the bridge that crowned it, breathed new life into the North's war effort. Bands of resistance fighters now swarmed the conquered lands, while Kedwin and Redania, on the verge of swearing fealty to the Emperor, suddenly broke off talks with the invader. The Nilfgaardian war machine suddenly screeched to a halt, and the tide of war turned. Facing a united North, the invader had to withdraw the bulk of its forces from Lyria and Rivia. The way was cleared for Meve to retake her lost lands, defeat General Epdahi, and depose Willem. Or perhaps mother and son would not have to fight after all.
Milady, I come at King Willem's bidding.
Prince Willems.
His Majesty proposes a meeting. No arms, no escorts.
His Majesty? Whelp's barely tall enough to reach his mother's bosom. For shame!
Silence. Let him say his piece.
Guess he got a new tooth. She got a new tooth.
His Majesty, Willem I, wishes to discuss the possibility of a truce.
He wishes to surrender. Is that his aim?
Your words, not mine, Your Grace.
I've a few more on the tip of my tongue. But save them I shall for later.
Willem I's chosen the site for the parley in...
Willem I will choose nought. If he wishes to speak, let him meet me midst the ruins of Devil's Tower.
Understood, Your Grace. I'll relay your terms.
Willem's emissary rode off, serenaded by hisses and jeers. Frightened by the clamor, his horse reared and kicked. The rider forced his mount to obey with cracks of his crop, striking many more times than was necessary.
The fool. Nag'll toss him off first chance it gets. Soon as he loosens the reins.
No great loss, I wager. But tell me, your thoughts on this reunion?
Sounds a ruse to me. But I know that won't stop you.
Whence this certainty?
Come now, Meve. At the end of it all, he's your son. You still care about him, it's obvious.
Yes, I care dearly, Gascon. I care to capture him and try him for treason.
Meve, the boy was manipulated.
It took no great push. Let's go. They await us.
Meve rode out clad in golden plate, her banners waving proudly overhead. She no longer led a band of ragtag partisans, but an army able to fend off an empire and drive its soldiers from her lands.
Ma'am, I've something you must see without undue delay.
So Geralt shows up for one fight, and he's on the cover art. Letter from Captain Tobias, number 4. Your Majesty, I've received word you've crossed into Rivia, leading a sizable army. Words cannot express how much I rejoice at your return. I fully believe the final victory over the invader is at hand. At court, tension reigns. The lords who support the enemy have suddenly grown spines. Prince Willem prepares to leave Lyria without the Nilfgaardians' knowledge, though I do not know where he will go. Many envoys from the Empire arrive. Judging by General Opde's expression, they do not bring him good news. The general's position might be weaker than is widely thought. I will attempt to learn more. May fortune be with you, milady, and may we meet next in the capital. Letter from General Opde. Meve, the dethroned and dishonored once queen of Lyria and Rivia, Duke Arl Apde, Grand Chancellor, Commander of Army Group East. Welcome back to Rivia, Your Highness. As you shall soon see, this land has changed somewhat in your absence. The walls of Rivia's towns I found in ruins. They are now rebuilt and reinforced. The garrisons guarding them doubled in respect to their earlier numbers. Each settlement is now also defended by ballistae, catapults, and trebuchet of the highest caliber. We shall expect you shall pay us a visit. We await you with open arms. Report, Rivia. Substantial enemy forces still stationed in Kingdom. Large, well-armed garrisons in all cities. Most important, Rivia Castle. Capturing it essential to retaking Kingdom. Populace hates invader and eagerly awaits chance to avenge occupation. Garnering new recruits should not present much difficulty. Support from townsfolk during the siege also expected. Report, desertion of Geralt of Rivia. On the night of September 5th to 6th, desertion of the following persons noted. Geralt of Rivia, Witcher, Emil Regus, Barbaro Surgeon, Mary Bering, alias Milva, Archer, Tahir Ap Kalaka, Nilfgaardian Fugitive, Julian Alfred Pancratz, alias Dandelion, Itinerant Troubadour. Deserters stole 4 horses, 3 cavalry mounts, 1 civilian mount, and a mule. Wanted notices distributed. I think that's from the books. So. Alright. Alright. Game's not over yet, guys. Game's not over yet by a long shot. It's weird. When the achievement showed up, it sounded like it said, like, you've completed the game, but I think I misread Angren as Eddern. Oh, it was Eddern. That was all of Eddern. Okay, that makes sense. So, we continue. Damn.
Never thought I'd see the day. The Queen's returned.
Lady, our soldiers are losing patience. They can't bear to see Nilfgaardian flags fly on our kingdom's borders. They long to see the Rivian coat of arms claim its rightful place. Your Grace, I know more urgent matters require attention, but this would surely raise morale. Well, even though I already have high morale, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Rivia. And here I feared I would see it no more.
I believed you would. I believed you could succeed. Be victorious, Your Grace.
We've not arrived just yet, Reynard. Look, black flags still flutter over the cities. We've yet much work before us. More battles to fight. More blood to spill.
That's gorgeous. Hey, look, a battle. In the barracks, Meve had witnessed the living conditions of many barracks. They typically smelled of boiled cabbage, sweaty foot rags, and cheap hooch. Nilfgaardian barracks, however, proved a different sort. Cleanliness and tidiness were highly valued. Meve watched with satisfaction as the soldiers' filthy, mud-caked boots tracked across their immaculate polished floors. pretty good hand.
Must be an important lesson in this. But what?
Holy crap, I need to kill him. Like, holy crap, I need to kill him.
Watch your heads!
Yikes indeed.
Hey?
Catch!
One bolt.
Got him.
El Herzer.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Yes.
He's got 9 cards in his hand. Is this the same thing that like every... No? Oh, it's this guy. Draw a copy of this unit. Damn, that's rough. I decide if I should pass or kill. I'm trying to determine how committed I am to this fight. Because I only have gold cards and my AoE, and then my, I usually save this one for the last round. And artifact compression really won't help. I think I'll go ahead and deploy him. Because I save her for a big nuke at the end. I think I'm gonna go ahead and play him. Then I get my knickers. Death Wish. Just discard all copies of this unit from your hand. Cool, I got rid of 2 of his cards. Worth. Yeah, that was worth it. I think that was worth it. I probably should have played this guy instead, because I kind of wasted him. That's okay. It only took me 30 hours, but I remembered if you use their orders, you have to play a card. Let's redraw that. Dope.
I smell a leak.
None of that noise. Oh, good. The blade's up. Okay. Okay, set him on fire. And then this is... I'm gonna try to win this round, so let's go ahead and grab Gascon.
You mad? Don't say that!
Wait, you're serious?
An enemy. Damn.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
My boots got sand aplenty.
Bigger they are, easier they are to touch.
In the truth!
Stupid. I suppose I had to wound him, but he's gonna summon another fucking... yeah. Okay, burn this guy. Yeah, alright. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use this to just kill all them. And we're gonna pop, block, and drop. What do these do? Every turn start, boost adjacent enemies by 2 if this unit has armor. Okay, well. Body freaking da.
It's not too late to walk away.
Oh, dumb. Oh well. You might summon somebody I want to flip around. Someone like him. Perfect. Good job, Pitfall Trap. Actually, should I play Blood now? Yeah, let's go ahead and... No, I'm gonna do that. Much we up to 13.
Off to the front yet again.
Alright, I think I need a popper because she's getting a little weak. Blood.
What you look
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Give me a time.
Just in case he gets armor, might as well kill him. I mean, the fire will probably get him, but... What phrase? Sorry. Think about slings, they hide well? Yeah. Alright, well, that's all she wrote.
I'll relieve you of that pouch.
What's your last card? You need 105. Do you got it? He doesn't have it. He didn't have it, guys. Yeah, this thing's one. From Duke Arl Opday, Grand Chancellor, Commander of East Army Group East, to Sergeant Jan Fran. Sergeant Queen Meave approaches Rivia. Though her ultimate failure is assured, we cannot rule out the possibility that she will breach the cordon at the border Thus, I recommend all outpost commanders to conceal division treasuries. In the unlikely event of failure at the border, our resources shall nonetheless not fall into enemy hands. Mark the location of your hidden coffers on a map and dispatch it to High Command immediately. Okay, there's a big rock, looks kind of like a bluff, and a palisade wall next to a fort. So it's probably right here. Bluff, palisade wall. I'm gonna say that's where it is. Oh, it's right here, okay. I don't know if I'll get there tonight, so next stream, someone remind me. Bluff, palisade wall, big rock. You know what? I got money. Ooh. Hang on. There's a chest over there, guys. You know what? Good job, scouts. You earned your pay. The lady, this pit. Bodies piled in it. Appears to be peasants, their hands bound and throats slit. Has every look of a mass execution. What would you have us do? Proper burial. I don't know if I already did this yet, so. It's kind of relieving not to really care about my resources. I have all the buildings. I have all the cards I want.
Meve needed but set one foot into the Ruwode to know something was amiss. The sickening stench of rot hung in the air. Flies swarmed in thick clouds, and crows cawed in a deafening cacophony. What had caused this murder to amass? Well, Meve's scouts soon found out.
Your Majesty,
Reported a certain Sergeant Nadamur.
not far from here, past the bend, there's a crossing and it's full of bodies. Our boys and the Blackclads alike. Bodies mutilated, horribly so, guts ripped open, entrails strewn about, heads lopped. Somewhere,
yes?
Branches embrace him, grip him tight, as if the trees
Election.
strangled them.
Hearing this, the Queen ordered a halt to their march.
Shame I don't have a Witcher.
They would go no further, she thought, till they knew what had killed those men. Luckily, witnesses were soon found. A haggard band of resin burners emerged from a nearby dugout, black with dirt, covered in dried blood.
Milady,
Their eldest stammered.
Blackins came and started felling the wood. Forced folk to chop away, to make way for a town, they said. They pushed hard, right to the heart of the forest where the old oaks grow, and awoke some foulness. The whole camp, blackclads and loggers alike, done in one night. No time even to draw their weapons. We was lucky, found pits to hide in. Just heard as something huffed and puffed. While talking to the trees, no less.
Reynard ordered medics to tend to the tar makers, then turned to Meve.
We cannot wash our hands of this, Your Grace. The Nilfgaardians awoke the monster, yes, but it kills Rivians just as readily.
It talks. Maybe it's not Election.
Meve stood at the edge of the clearing and pricked her ears. The Ruwode echoed with the cawing of crows, which seemed to perch on its every twig.
It's Election.
She also heard the howling of wolves.
It's Election.
And a hollow rattling, as if branches whipped in the wind, though the day was fair and still.
That Geralt. He just had to desert me.
The Queen removed her cloak to avoid snags and trundled toward the heart of the wood. Her soldiers followed, clutching cocked crossbows to sweaty cheeks.
Thank ye, Your Majesty.
You'll protect us from the black clads and monstrosities.
I, Queen Meve, hereby claim that upon regaining my throne, I shall rise the Geld and poll tax threefold in order to ensure the realm's populace has appropriately compensated the royal treasury for wartime expenses incurred. Similarly, I shall increase compulsory labor twofold. Whosoever attempts to withdraw property from royal collectors shall have their hands severed at the wrist and their eyes gouged with a red-hot iron. This sounds like Nilfgaardian propaganda. Let me chart a course here. Okay, the battle's over there. I'm gonna swing around, then go fight. Your Majesty, a tree's been snapped clear in half and now blocks the road. I know not what's to blame, but 'tis clearly not the handiwork of men. What are your orders? Shall the engineers remove from their path? Yeah, of course. Sure. Hey, look, a Leshen. Huh. So what was that fight over there? I want to save the Leshen for last. Wait. I have high morale. I should probably fight the Leshen with high morale. Why would you lose wood for breaking a tree? I had the same thought, but I just hand-waved it away.
Deep in the wood, it grew cool, with a thin fog filling the air. Meve pushed past a large branch of hazel and froze. Before her stood a tall figure, nearly human in form, save the moss-covered deer skull in place of its head. Empty eye sockets burning with naked flame, the monstrosity hurled itself at Meve with a roar.
Rally to me!
Cried Meve, raising her shield.
Everyone! Anyone, to me!
Guardian of Ruewood. The monster encountered by the Lyrians of Ruewood is known to simple folk as a Leshen. They believe it defends the forest against those who greedily harvest nature's bounty. Of course, the scholars of Oxford argue that this is nonsense, and that a Leshen, or rather a Sylvanus Agilius, is simply one of the many post-conjuration beings. In truth, it did not matter to Meve who was right. Optional, eliminate the Leshen. That means eliminate the Leshen. 700? Did I read that right? What? Whenever this unit takes damage, deal bonus damage of 0. The amount of bonus damage increases by 1 whenever it takes damage. Raven minion. Every 2 turns on turn start, move to the other row and damage all units on the opposite row by 2. Death Wish. Increase the damage taken by Leshen's weak spot by 2. Optional. We gonna kill it. He is a boss, which means this has restraint. Okay, so I can't use that. He can be moved. Okay, it's a good thing I got that. Since this has restraint, I'm just gonna ditch it. And with this. I feel like the slingers aren't gonna help me much this fight. I want another bomber, though. Yeah, let's... Yes!
We know not what this thing can do.
Nope. Oh, they damaged me, not him. Okay, I misread that. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 7.
I smell a leak.
fascinating specimen. I must study it once we're finished.
You mad? Don't say that!
Looking to dance, mate? What you looking at?
35 bonus damage? Shit, dude. Haha. Fucking crushing it. Ah, I didn't tick.
Give me a time.
I heard. Hey, Leshen's dead.
It's dead. Whatever that means for such a thing.
Easy. Alright, my wife needs help real quick.
Attacked from all sides, the
I'll wait
monster
till I can.
teetered and swayed, fighting off their blows with ever greater difficulty. Finally, it fell to the ground and fell apart like an undone bundle of twigs. In disbelief, Meve towed the pile of dried branches and scraps of bark. She saw no blood, no entrails, as if no monster had ever stood there. As if it had all been a dream.
We return to the road.
Meve said, crushing the beast's deer-like skull under her heel.
Ah, and Reynard, I've a request.
Yes, Your Grace?
Once we regain the realm and return to the capital, remind me to issue an edict. No one is to enter these woods, not to log nor even to gather brush. Just in case.
Those dwelling near the Ruwode heaved a sigh of relief, and the Lyrians returned to fighting an invader who, after what they'd faced in those woods, no longer seemed so frightening.
Okay. Yeah, I need to go help my wife. So I'm gonna loot the Leshen real quick. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go AFK. I don't know how long this is gonna be. I cut myself off. Okay. I'm back. And I have my little helper because her mama is coming to get her. But I wanted to get back to you guys as soon as possible. I knew she's trying to grab my mic. Okay. There we go. Felling blows. The lumberjack trade is not a safe one. First of all, unfortunate accidents are an unfortunate expectation. Second, the sound of axe striking trunk echoes a great distance. Beasts, it turns out, have sensitive hearing and insatiable appetites. Standard battle against monsters. Knickers, get out of my hand. Gosh. Okay. Well. Damn, like what an actual asshole.
Watch your heads!
Fortunately, all my guys have 2 armor, so 1 damage once isn't that big a deal. Okay. Now it's a big deal. A Strays bomber, please. And a slingy boy.
Catch!
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Let's get another slingy boy out.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Now you may be wondering, why are you doing this? That's a waste of orders, which I say, oh well. Because of that, I'm glad I did it. Just in case I draw Gascon, he'll be nice and buff. I didn't Gascon. How many redraws do I have? 1? Okay. Where's my fire boy?
Wanna know
I only drew 1 fire boy?
Star?
Dude! Uncool! Oops, I should have done that first. Need my fire boy. That wolf hurt my doggo! Uncool! That's just too much. You're going away. I keep forgetting to do this first. See why I don't... Oh, he's got a second alpha? Stop hurting my doggo! Okay, let's go ahead and do this now. Can't get doggo out. Shit. Discount Shugel.
I'm a monster.
Fire. Hit trap.
I smell a leak.
runs with all these goddamn bears! No! My doggo!
Hey?
Ah, pitfall trap. I actually forgot that was gonna happen. His name is Knickers, not Snickers. God.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Bruh, rude.
I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
So much anger and suffering.
Yay, the ghoul died.
What you
Kill? Yay! 16! Oh, this really blows. Fortunately, the AI doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. So instead of killing my hitters, he's just gonna spread the damage out evenly. What a dummy! You, sir, are a dummy! More fire.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Quick and painful this'll be.
Oh, okay, there was a method to his madness. I can respect that.
I'll relieve you of that pouch.
The flaming spike pit. The flaming spike pit, a classic. Yeah, we Lyrians know how to set traps.
A robust rain hither comes.
How's it going, Nilfgaardian bitch? Oh, he's not Nilfgaardian? Oh, he is Nilfgaardian, okay. My queen, the village has been slaughtered to the last, not a soul remaining. That is, save for a few Nilfgaardians. They claim to have arrived only recently in order to learn of the fate of their collector. He had arrived in the village a few days past and since vanished without trace. What shall we do with the Blackclads? They're offered to buy their freedom. Their release, however, may lead to unrest of their soldiers. Have them shackled and bound. Alright. The person taking care of my son texted me, so I needed to make sure I responded. Can I not get up there from here? I'll come back to you, puzzle. You know what? I'll take the rain over the swamp any day. Hare Caverns. Meave's unit was situated near a deep cave known to the locals as Hare Caverns. Perhaps the harmless rodents truly lived there once. In any case, another beast now calls the cave home. A beast who prefers a slab of beef atop his bed of lettuce and carrots. Combine at least 3 identical cards to an order? To an order to damage the wyvern. I think somebody was typing that out and then changed the wording but forgot that too. Because it should just read, combine at least 3 identical cards in order to damage the wyvern. Use your leader's ability. Cool. Combine 3 identical cards. Fascinating. This card cannot be played. You know, the people who made this game, really creative. It's a match 3 game. Go until you run out of moves. So many cows. If I do this, I do 4 damage. But if I do this and then this, I kill him. So, I think no matter what I do, I win. I'm just really impressed by the creativity of the makers of this card game. That was probably the easiest ever. I love match 3. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Rivians, I, Queen Meve, hereby proclaim that upon regaining my homeland, I shall immediately cease all production within local workshops and forges. All goods thereafter shall be imported from our comrades' workshops in Mahakam. As you are well aware, dwarven craftsmanship are considered demonstrably undeniable superiority in quality over domestic goods. Yeah, so this is obviously like anti-me propaganda they're spreading. Rude.
Meve arrived at the walls of Gradobor, famed for fine rugs and woven tapestries. The city's artisans had been at work, no doubt pressed by the Nilfgaardians, for atop the tallest spire, that of the town hall, flapped a lustrous ebony flag.
I will kill him.
A sun of golden threads at its center. So vast was the banner, Gascon whistled in admiration.
Gotta admit, the Blackclads certainly have panache.
And a vast and powerful army, I'd remind you.
Reynard interjected.
Arbalists line the walls. That stench in the air, hot tar, and our scouts claim the Blackclads stand armed to the hilt with the best Mahakam has to offer. Victory's not likely to come cheap, I fear.
Order the assault!
The cost is too high,
said Meve, a hardness in her voice.
Reynard, Gascon, ready our men to attack.
The Lyrians needed no more encouragement. Since arriving, they had reveled in anticipation of taking the city, then ripping the banner from its spire.
Let's do it. The siege of Gradobor. The announcer just said it. I don't know why I stumbled. Meve instructed Reynard to personally command the catapults and ballistae during the siege. After all, they were attacking their own city. Any missile off its mark would fall upon the heads of the Queen's own subjects, and they have suffered enough in this war. Shortened battle. Let's do. I was expecting like extra cards to show like there. Oh, there are extra cards. I just didn't say. Okay. What do we got here? Oh yeah, your classic gate. Boost a random ally, Death Wish, destroy all palisades, boost enemies. So we want to kill that ASAP. I only want one fire guy, which I didn't even draw. I want to keep that. Hang on. You a boss? Yeah, you're a boss. Definitely want to keep him. But it's the number of units. So right now it's just 3. Okay. Ditch. Good. Ditch. Good. You know, I don't think I want Isbel. I need pretty impressive how they set up each battle. Yeah. The whole game is very well thought out. I'm not gonna get much better than that. Yeah, well, this is actually exactly like other sieges.
The walls are strong.
Wow! Fucking hell. That escalated quickly. I think I'm just gonna have to accept the fact that they're gonna get boosted while I deal with this. Could mitigate that by at least letting them on fire. So I think that's gonna be move 1.
You mad? Don't say that!
And you know what? Just for fun, let's light both rows on fire. And the pitfall trap is gonna do really well. So we're gonna light this row on fire. I'm gonna put the pitfall right. Yeah.
The gate! Someone's opening the gate! Forward, march!
Okay. I regret my strategy. But here we are. No more boosting. How about that?
Give me it.
I really need to get him out. Whoa!
Yes.
I wonder who's gonna get demoted for opening the gate. You only get demoted if the enemy wins. And the enemy ain't gonna win.
Wise choice.
Doggo is huge now. I don't know how that happened. Bedtime for baby? Good night, sweetie. You know what? The strategy worked out. Well, forgot about the hero power thing.
It's not too late to walk away.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Wait for it to come down in price. It's not that good a movie. Poke. Poke. Oh, this sucks. You know what? I'm gonna nuke him anyway. Nuke! Alright, you're down by 167. 2 cards. What do you do? Okay, okay. Now you're only down by 160. Fair enough. Okay, you lost by 150.
Victory, Your
That's not
Grace.
good.
The city is ours.
What does Knickers do again? He just has not resilience. I think it is resilience, where he stays on the battlefield forever. And whenever I play a gold card, he pops out of my deck onto the battlefield, which is why I don't like him in my hand. So he'll stay around for the entire battle unless he dies.
The battle for Gradobor was a hard fight, though not quite as hard as most had thought it might be. During the assault, at its critical juncture, a blow fell from the blue. The unlikely heroes, merchants and burghers brought together by the city's guilds. A wave of them, all riled, swarmed the blackclads at the gates and opened them wide to let Lyria in.
Onward! Follow me!
I have no idea how he got buffed. It appeared I consumed one of the enemies and he got buffed, but I don't know how that happened, because I don't think Knickers has that ability.
As fighting died down around the city, Neve rode for the town hall on a personal quest. Nilfgaard's vast, garish banner rippled overhead. With its halyard cut, it plunged like a great black bird, stricken. It was the last any would see of the golden sun over Gradobor.
3 cheers! Hip, hip, hooray!
The Lyrians were victorious, though not without aid. Meve met with the merchants who had roused the townsfolk, inspired them to rise up and fight.
Many of my soldiers, dozens, perhaps hundreds, owe you their lives today.
Said the Queen.
For that I am deeply grateful. No, deeply indebted. Should you know a way I might repay the debt, don't for a moment hesitate to ask.
The merchants exchanged glances, nodded, grunted, agreed with each other without uttering a word. Then one, a clothfuller, his moustache most robust, stepped forth, bowed low, and spoke for them all.
Your Majesty, the invaders brought laws. Laws what don't agree with customs we've long held. Non-humans they forced us to accept. Let them join our guilds, sit on the city council. It's right ridiculous it is. These treacherous dwarves, why, they've been on their side from the start, so it's no wonder. But, well, the Nilfgaardian reforms, we'd like you to revoke them. Non-humans must know their place.
An awkward silence ensued. All turned their eyes to the Queen, awaiting her response.
This game never stops being difficult. But as Queen, I did tell them that I would repay their kindness, and even though I don't like what they're saying...
Your city.
Meve began slowly after a pause.
Your rules. So be it. I hereby strike down all Nilfgaard's reforms.
The townsmen grasped each other's shoulders and vigorously shook hands, toothy grins spreading upon all their faces. Yet when they asked the Queen to stay and feast, she politely but firmly declined. Her army left Gradabor that very day. She rode at its fore, angry and silent.
I know.
Meve finally blurted to Reynard, her eyes still facing forward.
I know I granted a wicked request. But I can't hope to easily end hate, distrust, wipe away years of bloodshed. Not with one decree. To force those tradesmen to accept non-humans, allow them into their guilds, would have changed nothing. Do you understand, Reynard?
Alas, she could not tell, for Reynard held his tongue.
This game is like, every time I'm like, or every time she's like, I'm gonna do something nice.
Good to die for Rivia, but need to live in it, eh?
I will do something nice for you. The people are like, oh really? Could you shit on these good people that did nothing wrong? And she's like, fuck. Every time.
Rivia for Rivians. Dwarves to the mountains. Elves to the forests. Halflings to their... halfling holes.
Yeah, hashtag got him. It is like real life, where everyone is shitty. Yeah, you're right. Sometimes there are no good choices. I don't know. Sometimes the right thing is to do nothing.
As the Lyrians passed a cemetery, marching along its ivy-covered wall, they heard mourners wailing pitifully to a priestess's moving song. The soldiers dutifully lowered their heads. Their minds sought out fallen comrades and kin, and they wondered whom else the war would yet claim.
Listen,
said Gascon, stirring Meve from her own meditation.
I think I'll veer off for a bit.
What for? To offer your condolences?
In a manner of speaking. But just go on. I'll rejoin you soon.
Someone he knows died and is buried here. I'm curious as the player, but yeah, I respect your friends, Rich. I agree, Bear. Yeah, I really want to know as the player, but I gotta play the character, and I think I'll just...
Meve nodded, spurred her mount, and rode on. By nightfall, Gascon had indeed rejoined the force. Ignoring his companion's inquisitive looks, he simply sat and stared fixedly into the fire. Meve thought Gascon would explain his absence, or at the very least devise a witty excuse for absconding. But he never uttered a word.
Yeah, I reckon somebody died. Someone close to him. But again, gotta play the character.
Good mother, grant him eternal peace.
It's nice to come to a graveyard that isn't infested with ghouls. From Reginald the Courageous to Father Danilo, caretaker of Gardawood Cemetery. Pardon my gnomish, but I don't give a flying rat's arse about peace for the dead. You'll do as you've been told. Dig up the barsods, chop them to bits, and burn them to ash. And be sure to turn them statues and gravestones to rubble. If you refuse me again, I'll make sure you share the same fate as those traitors. I don't know what that means. I don't know what I'm supposed to feel about that. Did I already go down there? One way to find out. Send scouts! It's good to have money. Wait. How the fuck? Game. Is that part of the map? Sorry guys, we gotta do some investigative journalism here. Whoa. Would you... I got an achievement. Find an Easter egg through the fourth wall. Hey, that's the, Master of Glass. That's his song. Well, it was a good thing I sent those scouts. I never would have found that. I'm sorry, Master of Mirrors, not Master of Glass. The cost of ambition. Some people do whatever necessary to realize their ambitions, cut any deal, pay any price. For example, there was once a young Rivian man who sold his soul to master the arcane magical arts. To whom did he sell it, you might ask? Well, it's safer not to utter his name. Master Mirrors, I reckon. Puzzle! Banish all enemy cards before yours are banished. Every turn start, banish 2 random enemy card. Okay. He outnumbers me by 2 cards. Reveal 2 cards. If they were identical, repeat this ability. Oh, it's a match! It's a memory game! Alright. I suck at these. I have terrible memory. Okay, that's Isabel. And that's Count Caldwell. That's Reynard. That's Gascon. I'm probably gonna lose this a few times. Just warning everybody now. Alright, I got my first match. Shit, was Gascon here? Well, that was a waste. Ah! I suck at this! I have the worst memory ever! Black Rayla? Act! Shit! Alright. No, that was Black Rayla. Oh, we're gonna be here a while. Buckle up. Okay, Knickers, Renaud. Alright. Act. And the Patricide. I don't remember his actual name. Gabor and Isbel. Black Rayla and Count Caldwell. I've already forgotten. I'm fucked. Okay, I think that's Black Rayla. Gabor was this one? Oh shit, Ect. Ect was here? No, that's Knickers, that's Ect. No, I didn't. I wanted to click this one! Alright guys, I'm gonna cheat. Just because I don't want to waste y'all's time. I'd literally be here all night. I suck at these. Alright. We got Gascon. We got Isbel. I still might not beat this. Alright. Notepad and a pen. I was able to do it. Black blood. Amadeus Ritterhoff, in exchange for thorough knowledge of the arcane magical arts, hereby pledge my soul. I shall pay my debt only at such time when the sun rises over Rivia in the dark of night. I sign this contract with my blood in full understanding that I cannot under any circumstances be breached. And since the black sun flew over Rivia, that meant he gave up his soul. Master Mirrors. Alright, well, my scouts found an Easter egg. That's dope. Good job, scouts. Earned your pay. Black blood. Damage all enemies by 1 and boost an ally by the amount damage. Not that great. Actually, it is a decent card, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not good for my deck. Black blood is what you eject? It's a type of potion that makes your blood poisonous to vampire. I guess you don't. I guess since it's a potion, you drink it. I was thinking of I was thinking of Supernatural. Your Grace, these hovels are inhabited by elves. They're starving. For none in Gradabor are willing to trade with them. They've offered to sell what little they have in exchange for nothing, mere scraps and modest coin. I'll not prey on their misfortunes. I shall trade with them, but for a fair price. See, I can do good. Blackclads! Let's go kill some Nilfgaardians. A new order. The vast majority. I was reading might. I was like, the vast mighty? No. The vast majority of Rivians greeted the return of their queen with joy and relief, but not all. Some quickly adapted to the new order. They stood ready to defend it, fight side by side with invaders prepared to kill their fellow countrymen. Bastards. Standard battle. I didn't get any fire. Fire. Thank you.
You mad? Don't say that! Got a death wish?
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Ha! New orders? No? Ah.
I bit the white of an eye from half a league away.
Oh. You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Wait. Oh, I thought it was after 2 turns. Well. How about no? At least it wasn't a card I particularly care for. Alright. Let's get a slinger out.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Oh. Must be an important lesson in this. But what?
Yeah, that's something. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh. Big oof. Okay. Fire. And pit trap.
This could hurt.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
These guys could kill him. Oh wait, they do kill him. Oh, they would have brought him down to 1. Either way.
101, 102, 103.
Favorite to land? The shank. Oh. Naturally. At once.
Fascinating.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
I'd hoped we could solve this some other way.
Left, right, left, right.
Hail, Kerzer!
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Oh, what an asshole. Absolute wanker.
One bullet's all I need.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Fuck! I mean, I'm gonna win, but I don't want to nuke my own dudes. I was dumb.
Coin never stinks, no matter how rank the pouch.
Oh, RIVIA!
Killed a bunch of traitors. Attention elves, dwarves, halflings, and other vile non-humans. I, Queen Meave, hereby claim that upon regaining my throne, you shall be punished for aiding the enemy in wartime. Your affiliation or lack thereof with the so-called squirrels is unimportant, for treacherous blood nonetheless flows through your veins, and it must be spilt. Her Majesty, by divine right, Queen Meave of Lyria and Rivia. Oh, heck. That dragon better pay off. My lady, Necros have nested in the field. The beasts have a nasty habit of hoarding stolen trinkets. We may unearth some of them, but I cannot guarantee you will escape without losses. Well, let's have some losses. We got a battle coming up. Shut up, Iso. I don't want to have any of that. Nilfgaardian outpost. Upon noticing Meave's approach, a Nilfgaardian sentry sounded his horn. Before his tune was finished, however, he was silenced by a Lyrian arrow. The guard, covered in blood, slumped to the ground lifeless. The battle's first victim had been claimed. That's an all-star lineup. It's almost too good. I don't have a turn one with this.
That bit the white of an eye from half a league away.
Must be an important lesson in this. But what?
Watch your heads!
Hundred and one, 102, 103.
Oh wait, I want to use dog card if you are losing. Ain't that a kick in the nuts? Need to kill him now. This Guardian's really annoying.
Catch!
Give me it.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
It may have been a waste. Because my deck is lit.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Aha!
Like this, got sand aplenty.
Hey?
We should have played him first.
152, 154.
No more, huh? Okay. Oh, because using your hand. I dig. Oh, hey, thanks. That's the exact amount I needed to fuck you.
Arbalest is your command.
Yes.
I smell a leak.
I'd hoped we could solve this some other way.
Hail Katza!
Does he say hail cancer? Did I hear that right?
I'm a monster.
A highly curious person.
Alright then. I had enough damage to kill them all, but I misplayed.
Of course, as you wish, master.
Order!
Damn.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
There you go.
Looking to dance, mate?
Egreto dum anima est, des est.
Not so fortitude after all. You still got on. To your most honorable Nilfgaardian sirs, I here do inform you that my neighbor Razloff, a cheat and a liar, has hid many riches from your grand collectors. Here be a map for your highly esteemed sirs, drawn by myself, of course, which shows where he stashed his goods. Don't spare Razloff a single lash. He deserves the harshest punishment. It goes without saying I'm writing this denunciation for the noblest of reasons. Still, I do not refuse a ward for turning the bugger in. Milovic. Okay. Bridge, fork in the road, trees. Bridge, fork in the road. Bridge, fork in the road, trees. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Okay, but that's it. Got money to burn. Your Majesty, a hunter from the shack came out to meet us. Said he'd found an object most odd and mystical while out hunting. Could be a piece of something larger, though he can't be sure. He thought it may prove of interest to you, Your Grace, and he's offering to sell it. Yes. I didn't read the response, but that's okay.
The Devil's Tower. We draw near, Your Grace.
No sign of Willem yet, far as I can see.
Unsurprising. Prompt he never was.
The Queen had chosen to meet Willem at Devil's Tower, and not without purpose. The structure stood on an isle, so no foe could approach without first exposing themselves on a narrow bridge. The isle had little vegetation midst which to conceal a large force. A small unit could evade detection. Altogether, not much to fear.
Hey Chad, Turbo Dude Z. What's up? Lurkin, I see.
No escorts were your terms,
began Gascon, with a hint of mischief.
but better safe than sorry, I always say.
What are you suggesting?
Yours truly and 4 chaps behind the walls. Give a signal, any signal, and we'll leap to your side.
Meve struggled with her conscience. There was no honor in Gascon's plan, but prudence, certainly. In the end, she nodded in agreement, though not without compunction.
The fact that they didn't give me a choice means I probably need them.
Willem arrived soon after, the heavily armored cavalry he had in tow clearly there to boost his courage. He left them at the foot of the bridge and rode across alone. A stiff wind from the river nearly made off with his ermine fur cloak. Willem and the mother who'd borne him stood face to face. They gazed into each other's eyes, waiting to see who would look away first. When neither did, Meve broke the silence.
Time flies, and I've a kingdom to liberate. No need to drag this out. What's this about? Tell me.
I thought my messenger already did.
Oh, he did. And how? Willem I wishes to arrange a truce. Only, Willem I is in no position to parley on an equal footing. Willem I can, at most, offer his unconditional surrender, because Willem I's losing this war.
Yes, Mother, I am. And I see that by losing I've at last made you content.
Don't play the victim. What next? Will you say you turned cloak because Mummy showed no warmth, displayed no feelings?
'Twould be unfair, any such judgment. You did show feelings, chiefly enmity, contempt. But that's not why I betrayed you. No, I simply disagreed with your choices, assessments.
I had every right to do what I considered just and good.
And I had every right to voice my view, which you ever ignored. Yet this is neither the time nor the place to discuss that. Let us parley as strangers. I'm losing, you say. And you're right. But I haven't lost yet, and have no intention to surrender. I am ready, however, to renounce my fealty to the Empire and pledge my forces to you. as long as you fulfill my conditions.
Mm-hmm. Let me hear them.
First, you will not rescind the reforms I've authorized already. Any of them.
From this point, right?
Second, you will guarantee both my safety and that of my advisors. Third, I shall remain your heir, and next in line for the throne.
Seems fair enough. Do I really want this treacherous asshole to be my heir? Yeah, I don't want him to be my heir, but I mean, he is my son, and I don't know if I want to kill him. But I do want to kill all his advisors. I would say leave his reforms if they're good. Yeah, I'm gonna say those terms unacceptable.
These terms I cannot accept.
Well, I had to try, Mother.
Yet I can't deny your courage either. Come here. Look me in the eye. This couldn't have been easy.
No, it wasn't.
I trust when the time comes, you'll show the same nerve on the battlefield.
I shall seek out your banner. Let the gods then settle our dispute once and for all. Goodbye, Mother.
Willem bowed, turned, and walked away. Maeve's anger burned still in her gut, beneath a heart now heavy with grief. Soon thereafter, Maeve's army set out towards Rivia Castle. It would not be long now before the decisive battle.
Alright, there should be treasure, right? Yeah. Hey. God, the music in this game is gorgeous.
Your Grace,
said Reynard, saluting and clicking his heels.
Peasants from the Scala region have arrived at camp. Supplicants, wishing to deliver a plea to your person.
Maeve sighed. Supplicants, trials, audiences, all aspects of queendom she did not miss.
Very well, bring them here,
She replied.
and instruct them to be brief, with no digressions.
Turbo, yeah, I called you out a while ago. A little late. A little late on the uptake. Yeah, my bot was onto you.
The band of commoners was led by a sturdily built beekeeper dubbed Ethelred, son of Theobald. Finding himself in the Queen's presence, he fell to his knees and waved his arms in his best impression of proper etiquette.
Oh, my lady, the Queen, your gracious mightiness, take pity on us tillers and toilers. Wars all around, leaving us but scraps to live off, and barely that, to be honest. So we beg you, don't do it. Don't raise the levies. We can't pay more than...
What?
Maeve interrupted.
What the devils are you talking about?
What? Your decree? One they nailed to our notice board.
The peasant said, sheepishly pulling out a parchment and pointing to the relevant paragraph with his rough finger.
We, Queen Maeve, do hereby proclaim that if our throne we shall recover, the tallage, murage, and pavage we shall raise threefold. The expenses of this war for to compensate at the cost of the common folk.
Yeah, I bet you're half asleep. Isn't it like 4 in the morning? 3 or 4 in the morning for you?
Meave and Reynard exchanged astonished glances. They had issued no such decree. Yet the document bore her signature and seal.
Perhaps it was Willem's doing.
Impossible.
Meave said firmly.
My son sank low, but not so low as to forge my name.
Then who fabricated this decree?
The Nilfgaardians.
The Queen replied without hesitation.
They have access to my seal, to my scribes. They wish to spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt, turn my folk against me. And they are liars without any honor.
The Queen tore the falsified document to shreds. Knowing this would solve nothing, she had to find the printers churning out these fakeries and end their run.
Damn Skippy. I may have misread this map. No, I have not. Okay, cool. You know what, though? More scouting! I've got mad with money. I'll kill the Nilfgaardians and I'll talk to you, Rock Troll. Frolics and revels. Nilfgaardians too enjoy merriment, to dance, sing, and drink. The Blacklads who indulge in these amusements at the roadside inn, the Foxtail, had not expected other guests would join them. I'm addicted to scouting. That's a good hand. Nope. That'll do.
Bigger they are,
Easier
they
the
are to
target.
New orders? No? Ah. I smell a leak.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Thing about slings, they hide well. Hey?
We were supposed to hurt that one.
The Morrowind drink with our forefathers!
You did it again! Did I lose a card? This unit may raid your hand for yummy treats. Maybe that's what it was? I don't seem to have lost anyone.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your team?
Whoa. Big oof.
That bit the white of an eye from half a league away.
Can't target himself. Oh well. We need fire.
This could hurt.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Ah, you're out of these. That's good. Every turn on turn start, damage the highest power enemy unit by 5 if their power is an even number. Or... this is just a thought. Fuck you? Yeah, I think it's just a random thing that he can do, which is awesome, but he waited the entire game to do it. Cool, kill the assassin.
Make love, not war.
Ballista, your command.
Out of slingers. I burned them all up on round 1.
Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
Coin never stinks, no matter how rank the pouch.
My boots got sand aplenty in them.
Oh, because he moved, right.
Discipline. That is what you folk lack.
One vote's all I need.
Erigloa.
Traitor! Big whoop. Joke's on you, I already sent scouts. I know everything. I, Queen Meve, hereby claim that whosoever has aided the Nilfgaardian war effort shall face punishment of the highest severity. Whosoever has bartered with, repaired equipment for, or eaten fare made by Nilfgaardians shall receive 30 lashes. Finally, whosoever has taught them our language or served as guide shall be executed in the slowest possible manner. None of that is true. Let's go talk to the rock troll. Or fight him. The troll gourmand. In one of Rivia's many caverns dwells a blind troll known to the locals as Sniff Sniff. He is often seen along roadsides where he greets wary travelers and warmly invites them to his cave for soup. On occasion, utterly drained from hunger, some actually accept the offer and follow the troll to his home. They soon realize, however, that they'll not enjoy a single slurp of his soup, but rather become a key ingredient in it. Play the ingredient cards that match the scent of each unit. Sometimes throwing an ally into the fire is the best way out. Play the ingredient cards that best match the scent of each unit that matches. This game is awesome. Ugh, I'm kind of getting tired. I might turn in early. Every turn on, turn start, consume the leftmost card on the melee row. If it was an ingredient, remove 1 power from the troll's soup. If it was a unit, Meave loses the battle. Prized by all trolls for their tender flesh steamed in roots and herbs over many, many years. Mushrooms, foul ale, skulls, mandrake, wolfsbane. Carries the stench of cheap booze and garlic stewed in the gut. Day and night, up to their elbows in corpses. Can't mistake the smell for anything else. During war's quieter moments, he picks mushrooms and saves slippery jacks for the pickle jar. That was pretty easy. Is anyone from my Thursday game watching? Because I'm totally going to steal Sniff Sniff.
Oi, Meavy!
Cried Gascon, as usual paying no heed to courtly etiquette.
Come here a minute.
Would it hurt so terribly to occasionally address me by Your Grace or Your Majesty?
Didn't want to be petty, but since you bring it up, you've never once addressed me as the Duke of Dogs.
Meave sighed, rolling her eyes.
Get on with it.
My lads jumped one of the Blackclad's transports. Guess what they were hauling?
Gascon handed Meave a pot filled to the brim with a thick, dark fluid.
Paint?
Close. Printer's ink. Same tone used in those phony decrees.
Meave spun on her heel, put a hand to her mouth, and yelled,
Reynard! Send scouts to comb the area!
Her soldiers returned a few hours later with good news. They were able to find a Nilfgaardian printer's workshop hidden in an abandoned barn. It was guarded by a division of elite infantry.
Right, so?
Gascon thumbed the edge of his blade.
Shall we stop the presses?
Time for the Nilfgaardians to publish a retraction.
Spoke the Queen as she drew her sword.
Signed with their own blood. Follow me!
The Lyrians did not need to be told twice. Their Queen's honor, her good name, that was a cause well worth fighting for.
He is pretty metal. Wartime propaganda. One Nilfgaardian propaganda pamphlet reads as follows. Meave, a faint and timid woman, has not the courage nor strength to defend the country in times of war. They would soon see, however, that this claim was, on every account, false. Time to kill me some printers. What do we got here? Not a boss, huh? Those are, but you're not. Alright, well, you're dead. Actually.
It's her! Yes, you fool her! Sound the alarm! Larum!
Goodbye. Ain't nobody got time for that. Granted, that didn't count as him being destroyed, so there's that.
Wise choice.
Whoa, rude! It's gonna get annoying fast.
This could hurt.
Very good.
Watch your heads!
Yes. Sure.
Blood washes away all shame!
It's not exactly what I wanted to do, but it worked. Oh, he did eat a card! That knickers, he actually ate something! He eats a card, he gets plus 20. Tricky little devil. That little scamp. Sure.
Hellcats out!
That was rude.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Ah. I did that in the wrong order. Oh wait. Why can't I aim for him? Oh, it's a deploy, alright.
Got a death wish?
Eat shit and die. Alright. Who did he eat? He ate one of my artifacts. The one that kills 3 guys if they're wounded. Pretty good card. He just fucking ate it.
That bit's the white of an eye from half a league away.
Ugh! Scheiß! In tray!
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Off to the front yet again.
Quick and painful this'll be. Shank.
That was dumb. Now I won't be able to play Isabel's power.
It's not too late to walk away.
Scheiß! In Trey!
They weren't expecting us. Seems they believed their own blarney.
The Nilfgaardians fought fiercely, led by a seasoned covert agent. Seeing he would soon fall into enemy hands, he put a knife to his throat and, in a quick slash, sent blood pouring over paper and still wet ink. Reynard leapt towards him, trying to stanch the red tide. But it was too late, and the spy's secrets perished with his last gargled breath.
That's devotion.
Meve picked up a freshly printed pamphlet. The document listed her many crimes and misdeeds, the true and the manufactured alike. Above the main body of the text, an etching depicted her, well, in a very unflattering manner.
How about a taste of their own medicine?
Asked Gascon, piecing blocks of type into a scathingly foul phrase.
Me and the lads will scratch out a couplet about Epdahi, spread it around the countryside, give the folk a hearty laugh at those tossers' expense.
Yes, these presses should be put to good use.
The Queen said.
But printing lewd jests is not it. We must spread facts. Tell what the Nilfgaardians did in Aldersburg, how they tried to murder me in Mahakam and Angren, what fate lies in store for those they conquer.
Gascon grew serious and set the ink-stained type back down.
Get to work. Before the sun sets, I wish to hold the first document in my hands.
Soon, in every town, village and tavern, there hung a notice detailing Nilfgaard's crimes. The outraged Rivians did what they could to strengthen the Queen's army. Some by offering coin, others by joining her ranks.
Nilfgaard left none alive in Rosberg, not even one woman, and no child was spared! Peasants from Edirn have been captured and put to work by force. Nilfgaard now prepares the same fate for Rivia and all Rivians.
Alright, gang. I'm feeling really tired and I feel like I'm going to be making mistakes. I'm going to do this puzzle and call it a night. Majesty, we found corpses in the tents, traveling merchants it appears. Seems they were killed whilst they slept, drained of blood to the last drop. We've already buried the bodies. Don't know what you wish to do with their wares. Do you jest? Requisition them, of course. Rivians, know that this war was not merely about those banners whose banners fly at court or whom you will owe tax. No, it is a matter of life and death. Forced labor and mass graves, that is the fate that awaits you. I witnessed with my own eyes how these dire circumstances have already unfolded in Edirn. Thus I call upon you to take up arms and aid your queen in the fight against the Empire. Together, side by side, we shall force our enemy back across the Yaruga. Ravenholm. The locals had a warning for the Queen. We don't go to Ravenholm. After Nilfgaardians had scorched the village, beasts claimed what remained. For a time, the venerable Gregory, mad with grief, resisted them, until they finally tore him to shreds, that is. Boost one of your units to at least 125 power. Use your leader's ability. Alright. Congrats, Marty. Granted, it's not that hard. Man, did I fuck up? I don't get it. Can I just keep doing this? It's pretty easy. Am I not winning? Doesn't feel like a fail. Guys, I just had to get one of my guys to 125 power. That was it. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Rivia will never die so long as we are alive. Nilfgaard will not spit in our maw.
Misfortune has befallen me. Those without mercy attack me without cause. Woe to all, for our final resting place is far. And we but wander blindly in the realm of chaos. Good mother, I pray your light never fades. Hear me and slay my enemies when I shout thy name. Alright. Get to that bridge so I know where I'm... Okay, guys. Yeah, I'm... Well...
These lands, they look familiar to you?
Naturally, your grace. They're the venerable Count Caldwell's.
War, death, chaos. Everywhere but here. This land's positively pastoral.
And with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Normally I'd go up for another 40 minutes, but I'm just beat. I am tired. I'm just going to go to sleep. So I appreciate everybody for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the game and the camaraderie and whatnot. We'll be back at this next week, same time. Good night.